So that's she called that record. She was running it back at me. So, but the charger was coming right at you, correct? And that's why you had when you break the head on with you. So yeah, just make sure you include that, and that's very important.
Lacy, one of LSU's top wide receivers, set to enter this year's NFL draft, took his own life with a self-inflicted gunshot. Gone. The potential gone too soon for no reason. Potential going too soon. And how long did they have this video for? You know what I mean? How long did they have that video evidence for? This man was charged with some serious crimes that he wasn't even involved in. And he took his life because he was worried. Negligent homicide. Negligent homicide is 10 years in prison. It's up to 10 years in prison. I don't know about these other charges, but it's not no joke. I know he was going to LSU. I don't know if he signed yet or whatever. You know, I don't know how that whole thing goes. But you got to have a good lawyer and money, and then you got to fight these charges. And sometimes they don't even try to drop them. I don't know if you guys have paid attention and seen the climate right now. You could look one way or the other, but things are, for less of a word, messed up. All right, I'll put it that way. Things right now are messed up in the world, and you know this is an unacceptable situation, man. You know, and I can relate to this because where is that video footage? That video footage is important. We can't just take people's words because you got cops over here, like they said in the video, got the cop over here trying to coerce people or trying to influence their answers and what they said. They want to influence them on what to put on the reports. You know, you got other eyewitnesses saying, yeah, it was the green Charger. They drove by and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, we seen the car. It might have passed some cars, but it didn't cause an accident. Like the person, you know, they're just trying to say, oh, yeah, the person overreacted to the car coming. No, another account said that the person was following too closely from a car in front of them. And instead of just, you know, braking and swerving to the right, they swerved into the left into oncoming traffic. And they had an accident all onto themselves. Had nothing to do with him. Potential gone. No kids, no future generations, no black wealth, no none of that. Gone. Pume, gone. Over a bunch of people just pointing fingers. They don't know nothing about nothing. That's why you can't always take people's words. You need that video footage. I mean, we've had technology to have good quality video footage or video footage of a plethora of things for a while now. There should be no reason why we don't have video footage of these type of things. Video footage should be standard and it should be there already. The video footage should be like, it should be so quick. I wish I had something closer by the freaking 12. Where's this guy? Hold on. It should be so quick. You should be able to grab it and pull it out like bam, like this. All right, and on you know, bam, you should have it like this. And the reason why I say it's relatable, at least to me, is because you know I had some cases and stuff I had to deal with, and they don't be having the video footage. Stuff be what they say. It got recorded over. We had it. We looked at it, but we recorded over of it. You know, I was lucky enough to get this one for the one situation that I had, which I mean, I guess I can get into it. I want this one's a little bit older. This also has to do with video footage, but you know, I mean, they all have to do with tapes. This had to do with some tapes that never seen the light of day. Look at this. That's the situation I was dealing with. Out of all these charges, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it all had to do about at a school, right? Had to all do with about a school, and none of the security footage went forward. That's why I say it's relatable, at least to me, because I understand going through this stuff. Sometimes the pressure of dealing with all this stuff gets to you. That's why that man took his life, you know? And that's fucked up, you know? I don't want to say I'm just happy to be here, you know, and be strong in fortitude, not to talk down on him, you know, but, you know, it really sucks that that man took his life. He was facing some serious charges, you know, all due to BS when they could have had the camera footage. Same thing for me. All this stuff should have been going and out the window if they had the camera footage. All they wanted to talk about is how everybody knew about this camera footage, right? This all happened at my high school. All right, they said all this security footage, right? Elaborate video surveillance, 50 to 60 security cameras, and not one of them recorded anything that happened. Not one video camera that they said that they had recorded anything, and that's crazy to me. You know, so that's why I relate to this stuff because you got people talking about, oh yeah, look, the principal said he viewed it. and they said that's good enough. But we should have had a chance to view that footage to see if it says what you actually saying, or not to even see. If you said you see it and you seen the video and it was there and you seen footage, then we need that footage too. Because we need to be like, well, nah, that didn't happen. Look, that's not even them. You could have misidentified somebody and said that was us, or said that was somebody else. You know, you could misidentify somebody. That's why you need other accounts and other people to review the footage and stuff like that to dispute it. You know, to say whether it's legit or not. You can't just say, well, this is legit. You know, not unless you're that person that says, you know, you're not unless you're one of those people that, looking at it and this, then the third, and I tested it and swabbed it, and this about 10,000. You know, you're one of those people. Then yeah, you might be able to take their word, I guess. You know, I don't want to be a super skeptic, but you know, yeah, you can take their word for it, for as much as that holds up. But at the end of the day, the video, like Cash is King, video is whatever. Video is the ultimate, the alpha and the omega. You know. Because where was all this video footage? It said 50 to 60 cameras. Where was all that? You know, and I don't want to make this all about me, but you know that it's relatable. Because how many people have probably gone through some stuff where like video footage could have easily quelled the situation, whether at work, at school, you know, on a day to day when you're driving. That's why it's good to have a dash cam. If you got a car, you better have a dash cam hardwire installed in there. Good quality one. Don't get no BS one for $100 and thinking it's gonna do something. Get one and spend, you know, maybe $300. You're gonna spend a little bit of bread, but you're going to spend that bread to make sure it works. Make sure you can pull it up on your phone and view it, and you know, and save the videos on your phones. That way, if you know somebody takes the SD card out of it, you're not like, oh yeah, that's it. The video footage is gone. You know, at least you can pull it up on your phone and download it. If you got a dash cam and the footage is only saved on the SD card, you know, it's only as good as you have access to it. Because if a criminal breaks into your car, they just take the SD card, or if the cops break into your car, you know, or whatever, they just take it. You know. One of the lights must be burned out. Keeps flickering like that. But you know, it's just a definitely unfortunate situation. You know, he took his life, but he was facing some serious charges because a negligent homicide. Let's see, that the felony hit and run. Is it gonna give me what they're for? Let's see. I'm just gonna click on it real quick. This might give a general one. It might just say. It might not say specifically. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to look through the phone and freaking. I try to look through the phone and type at the same time. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Okay, so I don't know. They're saying something about a dog, but this also has to do about humans. Da-da-da. So look at that. General penalty up to 5 years in prison. The victim was under 10 years. What the hell? See what I mean? He wasn't facing no little bit of time. Take a screenshot of that. Look at that. You know, where's the felony hit and run? Felony hit and run. Another charge up to 10 years. So negligent homicide is up to 10 years. This is up to 10 years. Up to 10 years. With a minimum, new minimum mandatory. So he would have had to do 2 years minimum with a fine. So you can't tell me he was facing a little bit. That's what he was facing. 10 years, 10 years. They fuck around, they'll end him, they'll have him serving the max back to back. You know? And that sucks. You know, that's super unfortunate. That man took his life because he was worried that the system was going to railroad him and give him all them years for this stuff that he didn't even do. I don't know, man. But RP Kyren Lacy, man. You know, may your reincarnation or your next life be better than this. You know? But yeah, I just wanted to come in and just do a little video real quick. Just talk about that. Peace.